Yeah, they're getting ready.
Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to the 63rd commencement exercises for Albertus Magnus High School in beautiful Bardonia, New York. Today we celebrate 88 remarkable young men and women who will join the ranks of over 8,000 distinguished Albertus Magnus alumni. Ceremony with you, the students will enter through the doors at the back of the gym and process down the center aisle. Graduates will remain standing through the completion of the national anthem and the invocation. Upon completion of the commencement address, each student's name will be announced from the podium, at which time they will receive their diploma at the center of the stage. We know this is a very proud moment for all of us. However, we ask that you hold your applause and your enthusiasm until the entire class has been called. As excited as you are for your child, the next family is just as excited. Please allow them the opportunity of hearing their own child's name announced. Students will walk up the side of the stage to the center. Mr. Chui will hand them their diploma, and they will walk down the center stairs and back to their chairs. A professional photographer will be taking pictures of the graduates as they receive their diplomas. At the end of the graduation ceremony, the students will follow the faculty and will exit out the side door and process to the flagpole area. At this time, we ask that you please turn off all cell phones until the end of the ceremony. Please note there is water available at several locations throughout the gym. On behalf of the administration and staff, I would like to congratulate each one of you for a job well done in sharing the gifts of your children with all of us. Without your support and your encouragement, your child, your children would not be the wonderful people they are today. Thank you for trusting us to educate, challenge, and love them for the last 4 years. Now with great pride, I present to you the Albertus Magnus High School class of 2023.
Good evening. At this time, we ask that all those in attendance please rise as we welcome the Albertus Magnus Veritas Choir under the direction of Cesar Roscoe in the singing of the national anthem. And then please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Sister Marie Peter Buckley, President of the Albertus Magnus Board of Trustees.
Given them. We ask you special blessing on them and their families, especially their parents, grandparents, and guardians, and on the faculty and the entire Albertus Magnus School community. We praise you for the gift that the 2023 graduates have been to this community, and the gift they shall be to our world. Call them to discovery, to seek their true selves. Send them forth in knowledge. Let your teachings be their guide. They have no need to fear as they face the future. We ask for them the gift of integrity. Give them the courage, strength, and conviction they shall need to live lives of justice, truth, compassion, and peace. Give them with the grace of gratitude, that they may always remember those who have helped them become who they are. On this day of celebration, let the graduates anticipate all the good that is yet to be done, the service that is yet to be given to others, and the ways in which they can influence our world. We make this prayer in great confidence and trust through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Good evening. Sister Marie Peter Buckley, President of the Albertus Board of Trustees, members of our Board of Trustees, Carol Conklin Spillane, Chair of our Board of Directors, and fellow board members, honored guests, faculty, grandparents, parents, friends in the class of 2023, welcome to the 63rd commencement of Albertus Magnus High School. We are honored to share in this special moment with all of you today. Graduations, by their very meaning, aim to mark an end, a conclusion for a job well done. Today, We gather to celebrate this moment and do so for a great reason. As we listen to each speaker and watch each student receive his or her diploma, I ask that we reflect on the journey leading up to this fraction of time and on the endless road of possibility that lies ahead for 88 remarkable individuals. Over the course of their time at Albertus Magnus, in their own unique ways, each man and woman assembled in front of us has learned and then embodied the Dominican pillars of prayer, study, community, and service. This balanced education has prepared each to stand tall with confidence, strong character, and deep faith. We know that these young adults are ready to thrive in a world that desperately needs all of their talents and God-given gifts. Class of 2023, you have started much of 720 school days, virtually or in person, with prayer, and on this last formal time together, I ask that we do the same. From the words from Jeremiah in Psalm 12. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. When you pray, I will listen. If you look for me in earnest, you will find me when you seek. I will be found by you, says the Lord. I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you. In preparing for tonight, I stumbled upon the following story and immediately thought the message fit perfectly for our graduates. One evening, an old Cherokee told his grandson about a battle that goes on inside of all people. It is the battle between two wolves. He goes on to tell his grandson that one wolf is evil. It is angry, full of envy, jealousy, doubt, regret, sorrow, greed, guilt, resentment, and ego. The other wolf is good. It is filled with joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, forgiveness, truth, compassion, and faith. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, which wolf wins? To this, the old Cherokee smiled and simply replied, the one that you feed. Your parents have given you a tremendous gift of an Albertus Magnus education, one afforded to only a few. This gift has fortified you, and coupled with your grit, perseverance, and deep faith, you are ready to soar. Your good wolf is already winning. As you embark on the next leg of your journey, I only ask that you consider the following. Continue to dream big and aim high. Always pack your moral compass. Find someone to help you paddle the boat along your journey. Remember to say thank you and to tell those that you care about that you love them often. Cherish the moments along the way, and remember success happens by choice. And finally, continue to feed your good wolf. Oh, and before I forget, our deep gratitude and thanks for giving us your very best, for trusting us, and for being part of this very special Falcon family. Sure, there were hiccups along the way. This is high school after all. But as I said to you at the alumni breakfasts, today your family grows by 8,000 as you become an alumnus and forever connected to this place. William Shakespeare wrote that the purpose of life is to find your gifts, but the meaning of life is to give them back. Parents, grandparents, thank you for sharing your greatest gift, that of your children, with us. Today, we send these gifts off into the world, confident that you will share your gifts in abundance and do so with tremendous joy and deep passion. Feed the good wolf and help others do the same. In the days and years to come, nurture your faith, continue to learn, strive, and remember to come home to Bardonia and to your Falcon family often. Know that we love you in good times and bad, and may God bless you and keep you safe all the days of your life. You are Falcons. You are strong, courageous, full of skill, spirit, and unyielding perseverance through even the most challenging of times. You are good wolves. Now go forth to lead, serve, and inspire. Congratulations, class of 23, and Godspeed. is now my distinct pleasure and honor, on behalf of the faculty and administration, to acknowledge and congratulate the class of 2023 Salutatorian, Eun Jang Nguyen. A four-year student at Albertus, Jane's accomplishments in the classroom are exceptional. Jane is a member of the National Honor Society, 5 subject honor societies, and is an advanced placement scholar. Jane has been an active volunteer at One-to-One Learning for the last 3 years, and this year, One-to-One Learning honored her with their Youth Service Award. In addition, this past summer, Jane interned at the Petro-Vietnam Research and Development Center for Petroleum Processing at the Hospital of Thai Nguyen University of Medicine and Pharmacy. Jane will attend the University of Houston's honor program in the fall to study chemical engineering. Please join me in welcoming Jane to the podium.
Hi, can you guys hear me? Thank you, Mr. Tweed, for trying to pronounce my name correctly. It wasn't right, but you got it. All right. Good evening and welcome to Sister Mary Peter Buckley, Mrs. Carol Collins Fielding, Lieutenant Colonel Robert Solano, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, our parents and family, and the class of 2023. Salute to all. First and foremost, I want us to give a big applause to ourselves for making it here today. And to all the teachers, administrations, parents, grandparents, friends, relatives, your cats and dogs, the list goes on, for making all of this possible. Now, I know some of you here, or most of you here, have dreamed of this day for so long to get out of this school as soon as possible. And I'm referring to myself, of course. But it is truly bittersweet for me to stand here today giving you the speech. High school was challenging for all of us. We have experienced the best and the worst of us here in Albertus, with the witness of our families, friends, and teachers. And through the past 4 years, we have matured and grown a lot under constant support of our teacher, who daily remind us to finish our homework on time, prepare us for college, and discipline us to become the best version of ourselves. Our friends who have stayed up with us to 4 a.m. cramming AP Chem Lab report, shooting rockets in physics class, or writing that 8-page English paper that feels like an eternity. They are the ones that make high school truly bearable. And of course, to our families, parents and siblings for supporting us in everything we do. I want to thank my parents for flying 24 hours from Vietnam here today to attend my graduation. I wouldn't be here without the support. And I also want to extend my heartfelt thanks to my first friend here in Albertus, Mr. Maurer. Hi. Mr. Maurer is my AP Chem and physics teacher, and he was the one who greatly influenced my passion for chemistry, food, and learning back jokes that really get me used to the American culture. He truly helped me transition to the American culture, and I am forever grateful for him. H-O-H-O, ho-ho. See, I told you it's late. Now, I want to share with you the greatest lesson that I have learned from my entire experience studying abroad here in the U.S. that I feel is appropriate for the senior here. I first arrived in the U.S. when I was 13, barely 14 years old, and have been pretty much on my own since then. And if there's any lesson that I learned from this entire experience, is that freedom truly comes with great, hefty, and heavy responsibilities. Now, because being half an earth distance away from my parents, there are times when I truly have zero parental supervision, something that a lot of you here will soon experience in college away from home. There was no one nagging me to do my homework, getting home on time, or telling me what to do. And to this day, I still don't have a curfew. Yet, with that freedom, it was extremely tempting for me to engage in all sorts of activities that my parents would usually forbid, such as staying outside till 2 a.m., skipping school, or sleeping over a friend's house, and even more fun activities that everyone knows what I'm talking about. But, yeah, I know, this is a nightmare for all the parents here. But I Ironically enough, that was when I realized how scary having those freedom is. The freedom that I always desired turned out to be my greatest living nightmare. Because how scary it is knowing that every decision I make impacts my life directly and instantaneously, big or small. How scary it is knowing that if I had followed through the temptation and do worse, I would have not stood here today. And how scary it is knowing that I decided my life. Whether it be moving to a different country and starting anew, or staying at home scrolling to TikTok, whether it be a high school straight A student or a high school dropout, I make decisions for myself. Not my parents, not my friends, not strangers, but myself. And here I stand today. And for all of you who will soon experience that freedom, I want to remind you that at the end of the day, how you make decisions truly reflects how much you treasure your own life. I'm not going to advise you on how to live a great life, or how to get a 4.0 GPA in college, or forbid you from doing all the fun activities that college await from you guys. Because even I'm not sure if I'm able to do that. But all I will say is that remember, the choice is in your hands. Not your parents, not your friends, but you. And I hope that everyone here will make the choice that best serves their future, so that at the end of the day, you can look back with failure and success, because we're all gonna fail, and that's fine, and with joy that everything ends well. And that's how I truly feel graduating high school today. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. At this time, please enjoy a performance by Veritas.
I have the pleasure tonight to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Caitlin Gabrielle Barron Canaville. Caitlin will be attending Cornell University and into the class of 2027. On behalf of the faculty and administration of Albertus Magnus High School, it's my pleasure to introduce and congratulate the class of 2023 valedictorian Caitlin Canaville. Caitlin is graduating with the highest grade point average in her class, having completed 7 advanced placement and 11 honors courses. She has earned numerous academic accolades over the last 4 years, including induction into the National Honor Society, 5 Subject Honor Society, and is an AP Scholar with honors. Caitlin was selected as the next generation Hudson River educator to the Lamont Doherty Observatory for the summers of 2021 and 2022. This 6-week program involves fieldwork, data collection, and the communication of science between communities. In addition, Caitlin was named the Boardwalk Scholar for both the World Food Prize and the New York Youth Institute and the Global Youth Institute for a research paper she submitted regarding the impact of extrajudicial killings had on food security for families in the Philippines. With a warm and genuine smile, Caitlin can always be seen running through campus, supporting those in need. Caitlin has attended Cornell University and will attend Cornell University in the fall and will double major in global development and environmental and sustainability. Please welcome Caitlin to the podium.
Good evening, and welcome to Sister Marie Peter Buckley, Mrs. Carol Coughlin-Spillane, Lieutenant Colonel Robert Solano, Mr. Tweed, Mr. Tower, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, our parents and family, and the class of 2023. The questions of the day are, who are we and how do we get here? Sitting in these seats sweating with our graduation gowns as we begin the daunting task of facing the real world. At first, the former was a difficult question for us. It's hard to figure out who you are when your first year in high school is cut short. It's hard to figure out who you are when you have to worry about being muted and unmuted. It's hard to figure out who you are when the world was in a state of constant change and entropy. It's hard to figure out who you are in those trying times. On this journey of self-discovery and identity, however, we were not alone. Even though we may have felt this way, as our days consisted of Zoom calls and not face-to-face connections. There are people that have persevered with us, and today, we would not be here without them, which include our first family, our parents, siblings, grandparents, guardians, those who have first taught us our faith, and those who have stuck by us from the beginning, and will stick by us until the end. Our second family, our upperclassmen, now alumni of Albertus, who have led us and have been role models for us, our underclassmen who have taught us to be leaders, and the faculty that have dedicated their time and effort to make our school great, such as the Benediction Sisters of Spark Hill, the Board of Trustees, Mr. Tower, and our head of school, Mr. Tweed, who have led Albertus these difficult 4 years, such as our custodians that have worked tirelessly through the days to maintain our school and ensure our safety during the pandemic days as we disinfected all the campuses of Albertus. And last, but definitely not least, our teachers that have trudged with us through the virtual and non-virtual days, teaching us the best of their capacity with all the passion that they have. Our teachers have taught us various conflicts, such as using a very memorable mnemonic device to remember what quadrants of trig functions are positive in during math class, the importance of having a barbaric yelp from the Dead Poets Society in English, that King Henry VIII had a lot of lives in history, and that chemistry and physics are difficult. They have even helped us to grow in our faith, not only providing us a deeper understanding of our spirituality, but also showing us how to apply Jesus' teachings to our lives every day. But in addition to this, our faculty at Albertus have also become guides for us made for us to be ourselves, no matter who that may be. No one can forget Mr. Gong's unique, famous catchphrase every day. Good morning, sheriffs, it's bio time. Nothing said at Albertus like Mr. McKenna's voice, echoing in freshman call every week as he yelled, "Bonus Friday!" Class discussions cannot be more entertaining than in Mr. Strick's class, when you speak about the Rangers, chocolate milk, or even create nicknames. And who can forget when our class played basketball against Mr. B and Mr. Vlad? We feel community in our family because we're encouraged to be who we are, despite how unique, weird, or strange that may be. In spite of the distance that we felt as our desks were placed 6 feet apart. Because of this influence, we were able to form lasting connections as we laughed at the antics that can only occur at Albertus. As we ran our fastest trying to make it to Lincoln Memorial on time during the junior trip. As we celebrated a little too many tropical Christmas spirit days. As we chanted songs during the homecoming football games. And as we explored the happiest place in the world during our trip to Florida. Our faculty are not the only ones who have made an impact on our community simply for being themselves. We, the class of 2023, have left indelible marks on Albertus as we lived our own truths. No matter if you're voted to be the loudest, like Jack Gallagher, or if you ask many questions during class, like Jane. Each and every one of us had our own unique characteristic that will forever remain in the Albertus experience forever. Maybe you get pumped about volley tennis and hype up every person in your gym class, like Grace Francomano. Even the people that always slip on the gym floor, like me. Maybe it's your birthday every day, and you like to crack dad jokes coordinated the missing hours, like Kyle Liazzo's, which, by the way, happy birthday, Kyle. Maybe you led our school to the championships, like our girls' soccer team, and recently, our baseball team. Maybe you lead efforts to help the community around us, like Lily Mercado, as she threw a Christmas party for immigrating children from Ecuador. Maybe you bring life to the choir as you sing and dance with all your heart, slowly encouraging others to do the same, like Kira Lowe and Aaliyah Normo. Maybe you break it down on the dance floor at junior ball, or are really good at musical chairs, like Violet Chanel. Maybe you regularly dap up people in the hallways and visit classrooms, speaking to and learning about everyone you encounter, like Kyle Pierre. Or maybe you pioneer class discussions, like our favorite trio, Sydney Burnsley, Kayla Phillip, and Luca Bastina. Or maybe you bake the most amazing brownies, like Lexi Needleman. Whatever your special contribution to Albertus was, nothing can change this one actual factual fact. None of us are NPCs, or non-player characters that do not add anything to the world that we live in. As we walk across the stage to receive our diplomas, I want to emphasize that this is not only the end of our high school career, but also the beginning of the next chapter of our lives, as we continue making an impact, not only in our college, but the world around us. Each of us have the capability to continue making inspiring contributions as we stay true to our values, and the pillars of prayer, study, community, and service that Albertus has instilled within us. The people that we are now, and the people that we will become as we step onto the college campus. These identities will shape our communities to be better, just like we have done at Albertus. So, who are we? We are the class of 2023. It's time for us to make the world a better place by being who we are. Thank you.
Let's give our salutatorian and valedictorian another round of applause. At this time, please enjoy a performance by Veritas. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker for 2023, Lieutenant Colonel Robert Solano, class of 2000, Commander of the Defense Management Agency in Boeing and Mesa, Arizona. Lieutenant Colonel Robert Solano is an accomplished officer in the United States Army, currently serving as the Commander of the Defense Contract Management Agency. His team oversees the production of the AH-64 Apache helicopter and other aircraft components, managing $25 billion in government contracts. His leadership supports our nation's warfighters by ensuring the timely delivery of quality products. As a senior Army aviator with multiple combat deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, Robert has honed his skills in organizational leadership, program management, and government contracting. As an engineer, he is skilled in artificial intelligence, aviation systems, and advanced weapons systems deployment. His impressive career has taken him to work at the Army Artificial Intelligence Integration Center, Palantir Technologies, U.S. Special Operations Command, and other procurement and aviation units. Robert is originally from Spring Valley, New York. He graduated, as I said, from Albertus in 2000. He holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the United States Military Academy at West Point, a master's degree in aerospace engineering from Georgia Institute of Technology, and a master's certificate in aviation doctoral studies, all but dissertation, from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. In 2022, Robert was named received a Magnus Alumni Award in recognition of his many contributions to our community. Outside of the military, Robert is also an accomplished author, business coach, and student mentor. He currently lives in Phoenix, Arizona with his wife and 2 daughters. It is my pleasure to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Robert Solano to the podium.
Can we get another round of applause for the Veritas Choir? Good evening, Falcon family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the spectacular class of 2023. It's truly an honor to be with you here this evening. Joe Tweed, thank you for that kind introduction. And before I begin, I'd like to give a special thanks to Ms. Noreen Powers. Ms. Noreen Powers started working at Albertus when I was here over 24 years ago. Noreen, thank you for providing me and other students with guidance and advice over your 24-year career here at Albertus. Thank you. I grew up in a small town down the road called Spring Valley. Anyone here from Spring Valley? All right, I see you. Just like you, I sat in your seats 23 years ago, filled with overwhelming excitement, but also a little bit of fear and anxiety about what the future holds. Just like you, when I graduated in 2000, we also had a virus scare. It was called the Y2K virus. You see, everyone thought that on January 1st, 2000, a computer virus was going to shut down the world's computers. Airplanes were going to fall from the sky, the global economy would come to a screeching halt, and as students, we secretly hoped that we would have an extended winter break, and if we were really lucky, maybe the rest of the semester off. On New Year's Eve, we watched the ball drop, and then we rushed to our computers to see if they were still working. And of course, we blew them up, and they worked just fine. Not even a flicker of the computer screen, nothing. We were back to school on Monday. In retrospect, I'm glad that we averted the Y2K pandemic. Over the past 4 years, I've gotten to know 2 of your classmates, Danny Nin and Cheyenne Thomas, through our scholarship program. And I've observed the challenges that your class has had, being in a virtual school environment for a year and a half, wondering if you'd ever go back to in-person classes, having 2 different A and B groups coming to school. As an adult with an established career, the pandemic caused me lots of anxiety and fear, and I could only imagine the level of anxiety that you experience as students. Congratulations on making it this far and getting to where you are today. As I mentioned, I graduated Albertus in the year 2000, the first class of the new millennium, and we like to call ourselves the Millennium Falcons, a tribute to that legendary ship from Star Wars that can make the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs. And I guess that would make me Han Solo, and I hope to impart some Jedi wisdom to you here tonight. Now, if you haven't seen the original Star Wars movie, it's okay. I'll give you a quick summary. So in the movie, Luke Skywalker, the hero of the story, is a poor farm boy from the planet of Tatooine, when a menacing pandemic called the Empire threatens his way of life. A mentor named Obi-Wan gives Luke a lightsaber and teaches him about a powerful ability called the Force, which is basically like space magic. Now, Luke rejects his calling to become a Jedi, and he tries to return to his old way of life. But he can't, because the pandemic, the Empire, kills his aunt and uncle. And he realizes that he can't go back. The only way is forward. So he picks up his lightsaber, boards the Millennium Falcon, and fights back against the Empire. In the process, he tries to kill his father, makes out with his sister, loses a hand, blows up the Death Star, and now we have Baby Yoda. Any questions? This is a classic hero's journey, where a reluctant hero must overcome their doubts and anxiety in order to accomplish an incredible mission. And spoiler alert, it's the same plot as every single Star Wars movie since 1977. Luke's hero's journey is similar to Harry Potter defeating Voldemort, Elsa in the movie Frozen, and even Jesus Christ. Every great hero story involves a calling, some type of fear and self-doubt, and an important mission to accomplish. I experienced my own version of the calling when, after I graduated, I had a calling to join the Army. A year and a half after I sat in your seats, terrorists attacked the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. For Jedi training, I went to West Point and then flight school. Instead of a lightsaber, I learned how to fly Black Hawk helicopters and use an M4 rifle. And instead of the Force, I learned about a much more powerful ability called leadership. Despite the training, nothing quite prepared me for my first deployment to Afghanistan. As a young 27-year-old company commander, I was responsible for leading 110 soldiers and deploying them into combat. I remember when we said goodbye to our families. I watched husbands kiss their wives and parents hug their children one more time before boarding an airplane and going halfway around the world. And I thought, this may be the last time that some poor child gets to see their mother or father, that some of these soldiers may never come home. And it was then that I doubted myself, and I questioned my ability as a leader and whether or not I could be the leader that those soldiers needed me to be. Despite a challenging deployment and losing some teammates along the way in other units, I'm happy to say that all 110 soldiers in my command returned safely home a year later. Each of you is also on your own hero's journey. For some of you, the menace was the COVID-19 pandemic, but most of you have even more pressing challenges ahead. When you are challenged, you will long for this simpler time at Albertus Magnus High School. But once you've been called, you can never go back. You can only go forward. Since my deployment, I've experienced other similar journeys in leading groups of soldiers, managing multi-billion-dollar weapon programs, starting a scholarship here at Albertus, starting other businesses, and in my most important mission in life, being a loving husband and father to my wife and babies. And what I've learned is that it's natural to feel fear, self-doubt, and anxiety. Those feelings, they pull at us. They want to keep us grounded, safe, in our comfort zone. But just like the falcon soars above the earth, you must learn to soar above your fear and self-doubt if you want to accomplish anything worth meaning in life. And let me tell you, that realization is powerful. Even more eye-opening is that the level of fear, self-doubt, and anxiety you feel is almost always proportionate to the magnitude and importance of what you are preparing to accomplish. And that is a spark. If you can realize that secret, it's a potential energy waiting to be unleashed. It's rocket fuel to propel you to do anything you want to accomplish in life. As you transition to this next phase of your life, as you're doing here tonight, whether that's college, a career, or something else, I encourage you to learn how to recognize your fear, self-doubt, and anxiety. But more importantly, question those feelings and learn to recognize the calling that is causing those feelings. Remember, as Yoda said, fear is the way of the dark side. It's okay to feel fear, but don't let it paralyze you. Don't give in to the anxiety and self-doubt. Instead, use it as that rocket fuel to propel you forward. So, class of 2023, it's time to push past your fear, to silence your self-doubt and anxiety. It's time to pick up your lightsabers. It's time to muster the courage and step into the fray. It's time to lead, serve, and inspire. It's time to be the heroes of your own journeys. And remember, may the force be with you always. Congratulations, and here's to your journey ahead.
Let's give Lieutenant Colonel a round of applause. All right, we're almost there. We have one last performance by Veritas. Please enjoy.
Thank you again, Veritas. Thank you. At this time, we'd like to announce and present the diplomas to the class of 2023. We have invited the alumni parents and grandparents of our graduates to join us in the presentation of their graduate diploma. Students will be called up alphabetically. We ask that the respective parent and alumni come forward and join their student as soon as they see their student stand up to approach the stage. Alexandria H. Acosta. I also ask that you hold your applause until the last student is called. Alexa Beatrice B. Avanzato. William Anthony Ballinger. Sydney Jessica Burnsley. Carolina Brooke Bonji. Mia Grace Bruno. Caitlin Gabrielle Baron Cannibal. Carl Luigi Casimir. Devin J.T. Chidio. Gabriella M. Ciani. Dante Anthony Kosher. Fiona Mary Costello. Aiden James Coyle. Isabel Genesis Q. Cruz. Jenna Marie Cunningham. Courtney Angelica Devers. Isabel Maria DePrima. Owen Thomas Doherty, son of Taro McGuire Doherty, class of 1990. Andrew Henry Dubison. Kaylee Patricia Dunn. Kyle Andrew Elizo. Declan James Fasinelli, son of Lisa O'Donnell, class of 1993. Jonathan Ferrer. Emily Lauren Ferry. Pauline Tate Fisher. Sarah Grace Fisher. Shira Fisler. Lauren Mary Leader. Grace Angelina Francomano. Kyle Henry Fredericks. Jack Thomas Gallagher. Gavin Matthew Glynn, son of Kristen McNicholas Glynn, class of 1989. Mary Kate Guinan. Olivia Marie Humke. Jessica Marie Ireland. Violet Victoria Janot. Erin Maureen Jones. Timothy Francis Kearns Jr. Stephanie M. Polish. Carrie-Ann Elizabeth Kunz. Danielle Marie Lamond. Brianna Noel Larkin. Michael Thomas LaRusso. Anna Catherine Leonito. Kira Antoinette Lowe. Kirsten Elizabeth Lynch. Lauren Marie Lyons, daughter of Christine Coleman Lyons, class of 1986. Julia Francis Manzello. Jack Donovan Maury, son of Colleen Donovan Maury, class of 1986. Oh boy. Jason Andrew Matos. Sophia Grace McCann. Michaela McMahon. Ryan McManaman. Emma McTeague. Lillian Francis Mercado. Christopher Thomas Metcalf, son of Alexis Freeman Metcalf and Brian Metcalf, class of 1987. Shane Anthony Montgomery. Delaney Hope Moore, daughter of Tracy Damiani, class of 1988. Lara Rose Muno. Daniel T. Murray. Alexis Rose Needleman. Kate Caffrey Neal. Delaney Rose Nicholson, daughter of Gene Strozo Nicholson, class of 1985. Yuan Tui Nguyen. Daniel Javier Nin, son of Janet Galvin, class of 1989, and Francisco Nin, class of 1990. Aaliyah Molly Normal. Emma G. O'Callahan. Hope Elizabeth O'Loughlin, daughter of Joe O'Loughlin, class of 1985. Amelia Evans Opiola. Luca Anthony Pastina. Sophia Peach. Kayla Pamela Phillip. Kyle Parker Pierre. Nicholas Gavin Polanco. Colin Michael Quinn. Robert Joseph Rapace. Kayleen Reyes. Catherine Victoria Rivera. Jaden Christopher Jonathan Brown. Sophia Teresa Russillo. Kaylin A. Stoles. Ava R. Scalaro. Alina Severin. Shannon Elizabeth Sherlock. Cheyenne Gabrielle Thomas. Felicity Isabel Barras. Emmeline Clara Vogel. And Kendall Diane Walsh. Congratulations to the class of 2023. I will now present the St. Albert the Great Award. This award is in honor of a student who exemplifies and embodies the mission statement of Albertus Magnus High School. Albertus Magnus High School is a coeducational community of faith in which our future leaders strive for academic excellence, seek truth, and show respect for the dignity of each person. This year's 2023 St. Albert the Great Award goes to Lillian Francis Mercado. At this time, I would like to invite Isabel DePrima, Student Council President, to come up to the stage. Isabel will lead the class of 2023 in the traditional turning of the tassels.
Class of 2023, please turn your tassels. Congratulations.
At this time, I ask everybody to please stand for our final benediction, which will be given by Sister Diane Cherry O'Quinn.
Loving God, we thank you for the gift of these graduates and the time they have spent here at Albertus. Continue to bless the friendships they have made. May they remember all the days of sharing laughter as well as the times they have supported each other. May they always embrace the value of discovering and learning truth through their studies, but more importantly, about themselves and the gifts you have entrusted to them to make the world a better place. May they hold in gratitude the value of a Dominican high school education centered upon prayer, study, community, and service. May these four pillars ground them as they prepare to enter a new path on their journey. Bless all who have given of their love, attention, and skill so that they can graduate today. Their families, guardians, and loved ones, teachers, staff, and mentors. May these graduates hold them in prayer and gratitude for all they have done to ensure their success.
Thank you.
Finally, Lord, may these graduates remember that they are a treasured part of the Albertus family under the guidance of our patron, Albert the Great. Let the spirit of Albertus remain in their hearts. May they know this is a place they can always call home. And let them be assured that they are Falcons forever. Amen. And I'd ask that 5 sparkle Dominicans who are with me, if we could raise our 2 arms and pray the Dominican blessing over the graduates, and I'll try to sing it. May God Creator bless you. May God Redeemer heal you. And may God the Holy Spirit fill you with light. God bless you.
At this time, I just ask everybody to be seated except for our graduates. Graduates remain standing. I invite you, graduates, to stand and publicly thank your parents and families for all they have done to you. I ask you to face your parents and families and give them a round of applause, graduates. Members of the class of 2023, thank you for 4 great years. You will always be remembered for your perseverance and ability to overcome challenges. These qualities will carry you through life. As graduates, you will join an exceptional group, the Albertus Magnus alumni. Your accomplishments in college and beyond will only enhance the already illustrious history of this group. Congratulations and God bless you all. At this time, I am pleased to declare that 63rd commencement exercise of Albertus Magnus High School for the class of 2023 is adjourned. Congratulations.